Hello and welcome to a interesting and new video, something I've not tried doing before, of a Star Trek build. If some of you who have seen my previous Star Trek build videos, I'd done a torpedo boat on the Astika, and someone noticed something interesting. I forgot to mention a science console, which I completely forgot what it was. So instead of going back through the video and trying to remember what console was what, I thought, let's try a different approach. From scratch, a completely blank Astika, I'm going to build a torpedo ship. First of all, let's go find it. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, there it is. USS Exterminatus. Those who are familiar with Dawn of War will be familiar with the Exterminatus stuff. You know, I sentence this world to purification by fire and declare Exterminatus. Because why the hell not? Why the hell not blow up a world because of corruption? Let's just pray it doesn't happen to this one. Right. So that's now the Astika. Yep, Vardwa Astika. I have some interesting visuals, because I tend to like visuals on my ships. I'm actually getting more interested in the Nukara ones than anything. The Nukara gives it that reinforced look, if you can see here. Makes it look like it's a tank almost, you know. I should not be doing this when I've just woken up. Lazy, I know, but student. Right. Those who are already familiar with the Astika, it's a 5-3 weapon system with a 5-2-4 console system, 4 devices, and the usual 4 sets. Now, I honestly can't remember how I built the last one, so let's see how this goes, shall we? Let's start. What shall we start with, guys? What shall we start with? Let's start with the 4 pieces right here. Deflector. I mean, usually I would be jumping down the line of the adapted Mako positron deflector array and the. In fact, no, I don't usually. Was it the deflector I went for? No, it was definitely. I definitely used to go for the impulse engines, mostly because of the hot restart. Hey, that's new. I don't remember it having those bonus powers. Hey, they changed stuff. That's what happens when you've not been on for ages. But I think it was usually the shield I went for. If they changed anything like that, energy were. Nope. Nothing new. Now, I usually went for the adapted Mako 2-piece set, tactical readiness, because, of course, it won't let me do that. Because of this. Tactical readiness, 25% torpedo damage. They've changed this. They have actually changed this, guys. Regenerate 3.5% of maximum hull every 6 seconds, 1.2 auxiliary power sets. They have changed that, ladies and gentlemen. I remember it was just the auxiliary. I believe it was just the auxiliary power, but it definitely had the torpedo damage. Why am I pointing at the screen? No one's with me. But they did not have that regeneration of max hull. That could be useful. So let's go for that. And that. Warp core. Yes. Has to be the Iconian. I mean, come on. Look at that. Look at that beauty right there. Even has hot restart on weapons. So if you ever go up against those pesky folians, those lovely little spider creatures. That's the ship you saw earlier before I was getting in the Astika was the Tarantula, built as a Tetrion tank. it worked surprisingly well. But yes, we'll go for the Iconian warp core. Now, the Iconian deflector, we could go for that. That would give us the enhanced shield distribution set. Or we could go for the adapted Mako deflector instead of the shield. Probably should have been doing this as a stream, so that way people can actually say what to go for. But I think we will go for the positron deflector and the Iconian shield. Yes, it is slightly buffed up, but this ship is going to try and hold its own. So hot restart on shields, hot restart on weapons, hot restart on engines. The only thing we need a hot restart on now is auxiliary, and I can't really be bothered with that. That's our set of 4. We've got 2 set bonus here, thanks to the adapted Mako 2-piece, which is, as you can see, right there. And then we've got the 2-piece Iconian, which you can see right here. You know, I've used Iconian 4-piece for most of my life on this game when I got it, and I've never really taken a proper look. I mean, that one's nice, but that helps energy weapons. That's for a different build, really. Right, weapons. Let's focus on the aft. Because this is a torpedo battlecruiser, we're going to make it an artillery position. You know, park, shoot, dead. Park, shoot, dead, move, park, shoot, dead, move, park, shoot. You get what I mean. Excuse me. So, we want... let's go for some Tetrion, shall we? Tetrion there. There's another Tetrion beam in here. There. That's 2 beams. I believe I can squeeze a Tetrion cannon in here, maybe. But we'll leave those Omnis there for now. We've got a no set and something which apparently is a set, which does boost Tetrion damage, but I don't really want to use any of that. Now, the fun part. Torpedoes. The little pew-pews with the big booms. Now, I usually take 5 torpedoes into war with me. 5 of them. That's because I'm a bit of a lunatic. I have a variety of torpedoes. I wish I could just filter out the torpedoes instead of have all of my stuff. But the main torpedoes are as follow. Terran Task Force Photon Torpedo. I choose this not only because it's a photon torpedo, it's got a good reload. It does increase its damage. And look. It increases its damage as target's hull decreases. That's 200% at 25% hull. They're going to be hurt. They are going to hurt. Plus the 33% chance to apply Riverine radiation, which does a bit of radiation damage. All damage on here is going to look low because I am on ESD. Don't expect it to last long. Alright. Remember, the order you put your torpedoes is actually the order in which they fire, I believe. So let's move that there, actually. We want something to break down their shields, or help break down the shields. This is why I love this one. Quantum Phase Torpedo. We all love Quantum here. I'm sure everyone loves Quantum. It's probably the most... someone's leveled up. It's probably the most overpowered torpedo in this game. Because of that effect. I'm pointing at the screen again. That effect to take a ton of damage off all shields within a 2-kilometer radius. Using high yield and torpedo spread increases it to 4. Torpedo spread and deals additional damage. Now, you can see why I love this torpedo, but it also gets buffed if you bring its friend, or a friend. So if you bring the console or a weapon, I may put the weapon under 6, 15% accuracy, double potency of the weapon drain, and doubles the potency of the high yield torpedo shield heal. So that really only just focuses on the high yield. Okay, that's an interesting fact. Right, those are the first 2 torpedoes I go for. We have a variety of other options. Omega, I've got some standard photons for when I was doing a cannon build, you know. All those are agony phasers, you know, phasers and photons, that type of cannon type of build. What we got here? Temporal, nope. Wide angle quantum. I suppose if you want to have a torpedo always firing on the enemy when you're moving, suppose this could help you. I mean, not what I would go for because it doesn't have a special effect, but other than the arc increase. But if everyone else wants to go for it, that's great. It's your choice. Kelvin photons, corrosive plasma. Now, this one is a tempting torpedo to go for, since it does the disruptor proc and the plasma proc. 10% chance. We'll come back to that one. Torpedoes. Advanced fleet quantum, no. Adaptive transphasic. I would advise against transphasic, just because it has a bonus shield penetration. Its initial alpha damage is so crap, you might as well be hurling tennis balls at your enemy. Advanced radiant quantum. Once again, it's another quantum torpedo. Does give you temporary hit points, but part of me says what's the point of temporary hit points, but I've actually been saved by temporary hit points a lot. So maybe not as a torpedo. 33% chance to deal 2 additional targets within 5 kilometers to deal radiation damage. 100% English hard. 100% shield penetration. It does sound good. We'll come back to that one. I've got a whole load of torpedoes. I literally spend most of my life doing torpedoes. Oh, I don't know why I didn't see this one. This one is a must. This one is an evil exotic torpedo. The Peppy. PEP-TL. The PEP. The particle emission plasma torpedo launcher. Sure, attributes, you can pick and choose whatever you want, whatever you can afford. I can only afford this at a time. But let's see what I can actually afford, which could be better. Ooh, FPS lag. Come on, FPS, wake up. Why am I down to 10? Forgive the laggy experience. For some reason, the FPS decided to keel over and die Fugle. Right. Particle emission. I'm spelling everything wrong. Move you out of the way. What are you? In fact, where are you? In fact, let's just do this. This is the simplest thing. And then get rid of the attributes. Right. Very well. Let's try Ultra. Alrighty. 10mm for torpedo, 12mm. Let's find one with a decent proc. A couple of critical severities and crit chance. Not really the best in the world. I suppose this one's the best one. Crit D, crit H damage that's shown listed here. There's another one. Let's take a look at Epic, because you know, everyone likes a bit of gold on their ship. There's nothing at Epic. Now, whose fault is that to blame? Bloomin' elitist gits. Alright. So, particle emission plasma. Crit D, crit H damage against Axie, crit D. Let's go for it, you know. I swear I'm talking as if this is a stream. So yes, we'll go for that torpedo, wherever it is. There it is. It's a beautiful torpedo. It's plasma. And it lets off a little cloud, as if someone in space has just done a deuce. A little poopy neutrality. Why am I doing that? Creates a plasma particle cloud, which at the target's location for 6 seconds. Any foe within half a kilometre. That's tiny. Oh well. Deals almost 500 plasma damage every second, ignoring the shields. Reduces turn rate, impulse speeds, disabled. Okay, there's a reason why I like that torpedo. Ha 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 ha. Right, what's the next torpedo, lads? Right, we have a variety here. Enhanced biomolecular photon torpedo launcher. Pretty decent. It's a photon. It's a very decent torpedo. Does the biomolecular incubation, which is a great. It's helpful. It slows the enemy down for your torpedoes to go pew pew goodbye. What else say? Gravimetric photon. Hello. Have they changed? It looks like they've changed this one. Negative repel values pull target closer. Damage increases the closer to the centre. Possible. Definitely possible. What we got here? The neutronic. Now this is a good quantum torpedo. It is classed as a quantum. Don't let it deceive you by saying I'm a neutronic. No, it's quantum. It's quantum with a big bang. Oh yes. This one is definitely a must because that effect, that proc, it is to any impact. And it literally says within 3 kilometers of impact. It's no 33% chance or 10% chance. You get hit by that, the effect happens straight away. Very useful. In fact, would you even be tempted to boost it up a bit? Yes, the 20%. We'll come to consoles later, but the console that you can get with this, the binaural gel pack, while that has its own benefits, it can boost the torpedo, increase its radiation damage, and reduce the cooldown. This is, for quantum, this is a very long cooldown. Good old drink. Right, we've got one final torpedo slot, lads. And a lot of torpedoes. For laughs, I've been tempted to use the harpoon. But literally just for a laugh, I've been tempted to use the harpoon. But in this, nah. Chronoton torpedoes. I actually built a temporal fighter using the I believe it's the Mobius destroyer. Upgrading it to T5U, obviously. And I put in a load of anti-proton dual beam banks and advanced chronoton torpedoes. My enemies didn't last long. The Herald transphases. Now, I'm sure everyone has fought the Herald before, because, you know, they are part of what you need to do. I mean, the weapon I've got is an Iconian weapon from low B crystals. The outfit I've got is from completing the Iconian arc. Their torpedoes seem to chew you up. I'm sure people have noticed that. The only problem is, while I've got them, because I've got a Herald ship, the Quas flight deck cruiser, they were terrible. I mean, terrible. So no. Bringing transphasic cluster. That's more of a rear weapon if you can't think of anything else. Folium thermonic. It's a good weapon. Decent-ish. Too little damage though. But it can be useful. If you're planning on doing like a science crowd control build, go for it. It's great. Rapid fire missile launcher. No. Sorry, no. Binaural warhead. Beautiful weapon. Only works on the aft though. It's best optimal on the aft. Same with the fired-wire cluster. Though this kills you. It will kill you if you mess up. Held my tongue there, don't usually. If you mess up, this torpedo will bite you in the jacksie. What's over here? Oh yes, another river and photon torpedo launcher. It's like the Terran one, but without the damage increase boost. What's over here? Transphasic torpedo. Yeah, I advise against transphasics. Gravimetric. Biomolecular. I saw another torpedo somewhere. Oh yeah. Resonant transphaser. This one has a good effect, but it's better effect. The one that increases damage to shields for all energy types. While that works on a beam build, it won't work for this, and the torpedo is a transphasic, so it won't be that good. Romulan hyperplasma. This is a great torpedo. The only downside is the fact it's destructible. And while you can actually get it destructible torpedoes to speed up and get close to the enemy, sometimes the enemy does use beam fire at will, and that will take out torpedoes. And also, if you're too close to an enemy, they will put plasma damage onto you, so no. That really only leaves these two. Gravimetric or enhanced biomolecular. Let's take a look at these. Right, gravimetric basically shoots out gravity wells on 33% chance. 1 kilometer radius gravimetric rift. Does kinetic damage that ignores shields. Does repel. Destroys VOF drones. Reveals cloak ships. Right, and this one is. It doesn't actually give it a chance. It doesn't. I honestly don't believe it's an impact only thing. Alright. Let's see. Oh, there's this one. Excuse me. Starting to sound like Minecraft here. What torpedo should I pick? I pick for the torpedo build. Oh my god. Wow, it's been 20 odd minutes already and I'm on the final torpedo. This is terrible. I am one terrible. Yeah, ignore me. Let's take. You know what? I'll take the biomolecular. People can choose what they want to take at their own pleasure. But this is just what I'm taking. This build might not even work, lads. It's been a while since I've done a torpedo build. It may not even work, and then it will be a waste of a video for you to watch. But we will see. We shall see. Right. We could boost the effect of that. Oh, in fact, let's take a look at these set bonuses again. Phase structure energy damage, 2% chance for biomolecular weapons to apply the incubation debuff. No. Yes, we want the 2-piece of this, but I've got an idea for that later, which relieves that. So let's put this on. Quantum phase beam array. Yes, it's a beam. I know. I don't care. Beams are not priority on this. Hell, to be honest, weapon power is usually at an all-time low for this ship. Now, the consoles. We want to be able to survive and be able to deal damage. You know, that lovely, glorious thing known as damage. Let's see, right. We want the 2-piece for the Terran. So first of all, let's get this in. Because it's very helpful. Plus also that EPS is always friendly. Just leave it for a few seconds for everyone to take a look at it. 100% power transfer rate. Plus 50% turn rate. When healed, this means a hull heal. Applies conductive accelerator for 15 seconds, which reduces damage to shields by 10%, gives you 20% turn rate. This effect can only occur once every 30 seconds. Right, what else have we got? Now, part of me have actually been I've put this on a torpedo ship before. Gives that nice little extra maneuverability to get you going. Comes with, I believe, I don't know, what does it come with? Did it come with the Astika or did it come with the Manasa? Astika or Manasa? One of the two it came with. We'll see. We will see, shall we? What, if we want that or not? No. Now, a lot of people would say, go for this because of the bonus exotic damage. Yes, if you want to do an exotic build, which this may probably end up becoming, go for it. But I don't like it. I honestly don't like it. This could be useful, maybe. I don't know. Mining drill. Right, where's that console I'm looking for? There it is. Right, this to boost the projectile weapons damage, thanks to the Terran Task Force 2-piece set. As you can see now with this here, you can see it's got focus detonators, which increase torpedo damage by 13.3% if my memory serves me correct. This is a pretty decent console in itself, 9.9% maximum hit point increase, an increase to power settings, and a half a second shared torpedo recharge time. So it makes you shoot your pew-pews faster, but a little bit faster. Let's see what else. Yes, the Bioneural Gel Pack. We want this. Not only is it increased power to all subsystems and a buff to your shields, which are weak as it is, but it also reduces cooldown bridge officer abilities. Plus the 2-piece, as you can see here, there we go, efficient biocircuitry, increases the radiation damage of this and reduces its cooldown for firing, which is also another important factor. Alright, we'll come back to the last two slots. Science. Now, while this is a big boost to exotic, the proc has a 2.5% chance to deal plasma damage to enemies using energy weapons. It does increase the threat load. This is all personal opinion. If you want to increase the threat, go for these ones. If you want to go for less threat, these ones, fine. Here, look. But I want the threat because I'm a psychopath, I'm a madman, and plus it does boost exotic damage like a metric butt ton. There we go. The same consoles basically, just a little bit different because one's bright purple, the other one's gold. I'm a poor noob, yes I know. Now the tactical consoles. Now, logic states to dive down the route of these. And yes, I've only got 2 of them, but 2 is all you need. 2 is all you can need. This though, I cannot for the life of me remember what quest I did to get this one, but this is a must console. Not only does it improve your exotic damage, which is what this ship's somewhat trying to do, it increases torpedo weapon damage, which is it's always good to increase your torpedo damage. What else is there? Bioneural infusion circuits, Mark 14. This is the consoles on about. Fully quantum phase, the one that removes hot restart for auxiliary. It's helpful, but it does a massive increase to plasma phaser damage, which we don't have. Well, we do have one technically, but it's not going to help us in this ship. This, however, might. In fact, that might go into an engineering slot. Yeah, I'll do that. 1-1. Right. You've got the option now of Ow My Back Hurts. Yes, there's a console called Ow My Back Hurts. This one improves new exhaust damage, energy, shield, and drain resistance the same. Beam weapon accuracy. Yes, let's go for that. Binary infusion circuits, a Lobby item. When the Alachi came out all those years ago. In fact, that was roughly when I started playing, when the Romulans came out. Big increase to hit points, nice starship control expertise, and a big boost to severity. That's everything we need. Right. I'm going to keep this last slot free to decide whether we want that or this. We'll take a look, see how it plays. My skills, because I'm science, I'm basically buffing down the science line. So we want stage 2 hull restoration, stage 2 hull capacity, stage 3 shield restoration, stage 3 shield capacity, stage 3 energy weapons. Because I mostly focus on energy weapons nowadays, I used to be a heavy torpedo player, so I would put some torpedo weapon train damage, but I found right now it's not very helpful. So that's blank, but this is me. Electroplasma system flow and the improved DPS flow, because ever gone into full impulse and it's gone all the way down, your power's down, and it takes 5 years to restore, and then you're about to die because you've not been able to shoot. Yeah. Then stage 2 improved impulse expertise, maxed out on the control, maxed out on the drains. Stage 1 weapon amplification, stage 3 advanced weapon specialization. Yep, that's a pretty decent one. Shield hardness, because, well, we don't want shields to go down easily. Advanced shield regeneration. Hey ho, diddly hoo. EPGs, advanced EPGs, always a must for a science player. Same with these. Can be helpful. And reduces the damage lost of energy weapons at distance, which can be useful. Hull penetration, because you want that passive hull pen. Warp core potential, didn't really go any further down on that line, but stage 2 scientific readiness, just to help with the recharges, and then complete shield boost. This has put me to this probability shell, a very useful ability, because I've got all three. I can do these. As a standard, it actually puts your critical hit chance to 50%, so you'll notice as soon as I used the spacebar macro. I'm proud to say that, because I don't want to keep losing I don't want to break my keyboard by smashing the buttons trying to hit the right ability. So I just select a whole list of 7 or 8 abilities, spam the spacebar, and watch it all PewPews. You get this one firing off first with the increased critical hit of 50 for something like 30 seconds. You can expect, especially if you've got a high severity chance, you can expect the enemy to die very quickly. It's a very glorious thing to see. Traits. Ignore the ground traits. These are what we want. I'm actually going to do something quickly so I don't forget what I actually have standard for when I go back to beams. There we go. Most of these aren't going to change much, if at all. So, right, what we got here? Inspirational leader, yeah, we want that. We do want that, even though we only have 3 energy beams and 2 of them will fire forwards. It's still a buff to your energy weapons, which can be incredibly helpful. This is a must. This is a big must, because it just keeps you in the game longer. Right, we want to get rid of that because replace it with this one. Projectile weapon damage. Get rid of this one because it's not something to boost torpedoes. High energy weapons I'll be fine as it is. I've got too many abilities, I swear. Can't think of which one to use. This one. Intimidating strikes. 10% chance to confuse targets for 3 seconds with hit torpedo weapons. Very useful. Operative, we want to keep that. Fluidic cocoon, want to keep that. And shield technician, want to keep that. Starship traits. Energy web. Because, I don't know if you guys noticed, my Tetron weapon here has an over ability. As some of you are all aware of beam overload, this is a passive beam overload, really. And that's why I like it. 2.5% chance to upgrade your next beam attack to a beam overload. Which then, and I've got 2 beams, and if something's behind me or to the side, 3 beams attacking. So I end up having 3 opportunities on certain angles to hold my foe into a web, deal some damage to him. They can't move, they're taking physical damage. It's a great ability. Overwhelming force. This is another decent one. Because when you're using with beam overload, thanks to the proc, it activates the ability where it creates a charged particle burst. And with high yield torpedoes, because if I'm correct, the Astika has a command seat. And I'm not on about the commander, the 4 slots, I mean a command specialization seat. So if I do have that and I can mark an enemy with a torpedo, I'll get to that trait. In fact, I'll get to that thing later and I'll come back to this. Right, supremacy we won't need, but we'll happily take load via warhead. This is off the Bentham Assault Cruiser at tier 6. The tier 6 skill, tier 5 skill. Yeah, tier 5 skill. When you're using a team, so tactical, I use tactical team a lot because it just means I can not focus on my shields, having to be manually regen by breaking my arrow keys. It will load a viral warhead. I'm sure everyone's aware of viral matrix, that ability. Big long beam, disable the enemy. It's basically this, but as a torpedo. So helpful. Get rid of that, we don't need that. That's another beam thing. Aha. This is what we want. Checkmate. Increase projectile weapon damage and exotic damage for 15 seconds. You can go for a 5th ability, independent. This is all I'm going for is with my traits is what I have at my disposal. You may have even better traits that will top and trounce this. You may even have better stuff, better torpedoes, better this, better that. That will trounce what I've got. But this is just what I have, and it's what I'm building from. That's the starship traits. Right, space rep. Now, get rid of energy refrequency. Hang on. Yeah, direct energy attack. So we don't want that. Because this is the little destructible flight speed increase torpedo pre-fire sequence. While it can increase torpedo damage. Do we want that? What else is there? Do we want it? Let's take a look around. So, oh no, that's what we want. Because 40% damage bonus dealt DOT, that's a nice ability. But to increase torpedo, we've got enough torpedo buff. I mean, if you guys want to go for that one, by all means go for it. But this is what I'm going for. Fortified hull, because everyone wants that little bit of hit point boost. Ox to defense. Auxiliary to defense. Ignore the fact it has nothing. We'll go upstairs, go up into space, and we'll see what it has. Precision, increase critical hits. Because what's the point in having so much critical severity if you're not going to hit worth a damn? Speaking of critical severity, a nice increase to it. And then, yeah, the kinetic sharing stations. Ah, yes, we do have that. Torpedo spread, a must. With torpedo spread, I recommend at minimum TS2, and TS3, the best one you can get. Chemosite laced weaponry. Projectile. This works beautifully for torpedo build because projectiles will always cause an explosion while chemosite laced weaponry is active. It's an increased English hard radiation damage to foes within a 1 kilometer radius, and it can splash onto others within that radius as well. And it reduces their damage resistance, making them hurt even more. And of course, tactical team. Only downside of this ship is the lack of abilities to do any harm. So, feedback bowls we want. This one here. Pardon me. I suppose the tractor beam could be useful, or I don't know. What do you guys think? Why am I saying that again? Let's take a look. Excuse me. No, we'll stick for tractor beam. Right, engineering team. What have we got here? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yes, here's the torpedo boost. Concentrate firepower. No, keep the Star Wars references out of this, please. Just because they're rolling through my head doesn't mean you guys need to give one. Yes, when an enemy is marked by a torpedo, 15% extra kinetic damage with 100% shield penetration, and every 4 seconds, it will grant a high yield torpedo to one of my torpedoes. And it's brilliant if you don't have ones which are targetable, because they can't do anything, and then it's a big smack to them. Yeah, it's a lovely one. This one is also useful, overwhelming emitters. It's just a shield boost to both you and the enemy, well, and a nerf to the enemy. That's the actual ship itself, but let's take a look. Right. I have that on me. Let's put this actually on the console for now, so I have it with me when I go up. Beam up to the ship. Do the loading and the loading, the loading and the loading. Everybody loves the loading screen. Or do they? There we go, right. Let's zoom out, so let's no, that's the wrong button. Let's bugger off away from everyone, reduce the increase FPS as well. This is the advantage of the EPS boost. Look at that. You see that just suddenly went shot up. Right. Statistics, almost 103,000. That's pretty good. 13,000 shield hit points. That's decent. Standard resistances I usually seem to get. Accuracy's okay. Critical chance. Well, that doesn't really matter when I've got. Here it is. This. Probability manipulation. Take a closer look at that. I'll leave it up for a few seconds. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I'm sure everyone's taking a look. No one's that slow, are they? Critical severity. Nice big boost there. Turn rate 10 seconds. Now when stationary. I have manoeuvre and thrusters on thanks to the pilot specialisation. Oh, that reminds me, I should have really taken a look at that one. Specialisation. I've gone for pilot, which has been a pretty fair big help, and temporal operative. That has also been a fairly decent help, but hey, everyone's choice. Right, 10.2 degrees stationary. What about the turn rate when you move? 18.2. How's that looking? Get rid, get rid, get rid. A little bit of lag here and there. Right, let's see what happens when I put the console on. Increases it by 1.3 stationary turn. We do lose some severity. Right, let's move, start moving. Considerably noticeable turn rate, really. And flights. Everyone has just seen that, right? Stationary. Turn rate goes down. Pull away. Could someone please explain to me what the hell is going on there? Unless manoeuvre and thrusters gives more of a flight speed when you're stationary, because that's logic for you. And I suppose this can increase crit chance, crit severity. We've got quite a decent amount of severity. What does this do again? Plus 5% critical severity, plus 20% bonus damage, and increases, does a lot of radiation damage. Oh, sure, yeah, let's go for that one instead. It seems to be able to handle itself in the speed department as it is. Right. So yes, we've got back to that nice 111.8 crit severity. As you can see here, this is my little spacebar button. Able to get off quite a few abilities nicely. Always make sure you actually, if you do something like this, make sure you actually spam the spacebar before you reach your target. That way, torpedo spread will kick in before you even fire, and then this will go pew pew quite loudly. Oh, get lost. Let's get away from the edge of the barrier. Edge of space. Now, I've gone for the max auxiliary and everything else into speed, because with this ship, it does need the bonus speed. And defenses, they're okay. In fact, I'm missing one key factor here. Duty officers. Roster. Active space. What have I got here? Alright. Swap. We'll keep that because with beam overload it says all attacks against the target, so that increases the shield penetration by 30% of all my torpedoes. Gain shield. Right, let's take this and do I have any other? No, right, swap. Right, we've got 2 torpedo reloaders. Let's push, get rid of that. Right, duty officers. Entirely flexible to how you want to do it. I've got 2 torpedo reloaders, 1 blue, 1 purple. I have my energy weapons officer, the beam overload to cause all targets to do 30% extra pen, shield pen. Really is useful. While I may only have a couple of beams, energy weapons, the increase in shield defense can be helpful in combat, Even if it doesn't, even if you don't need it, it's always there as a need, or as something that will help you. Then the resistance debuff to FBP, right here. 90% of incoming energy damage. Okay, that's changed. When triggered, your feedback pulse has a 9% chance to lower the resistance rating of your attackers by 15 for 8 seconds. Yeah. That's the duty officers. I saw that bit done. Look. It does look reinforced, doesn't it? It looks pretty. So pretty. So pretty. Everything's over there. Pew, pew, pew. Right, let's go through all the abilities. Structural integrity field, that's in there. All the ones that don't have a number should be up here. Apart from feedback pulse, that's not down there. There we go. Hey, shield. Shield, hull. What's that? That's, oh yes, there's the Delphic tear. That wasn't shift. No, go away. Do this. Because I don't use ALT, I use shift as my keys. The standard science things. Oh, that's fleet support. Photonic fleet. The scattering field. So if you do need an extra bit of resistance, put that. Well, if you're science, you can have that. Alright, let's see what else is missing. Concentrate firepower. That's all the way up here. Yep, that's there. Ow, my back. Oh no, what's missing? Emergency power to shields. Oh, we need that. Alright, no, it's up here. Die! Engines capacitor. What does that do? Oh, yes. I don't really use it. Just because I have it, I don't use it. Yeah, going through all these. Nothing else really going amiss. Science team. Emotions, probably the worst thing I got. I don't know if anyone remembers when they were giving out stuff for free almost. Yeah. Threatening stance. Not really needed, but it's there. Anyway, that's the actual build. It's been almost an hour, and we've got to test it out, haven't we? Of course, what's the best way to test it out? Let's take a look at these, shall we? Quantum phase. This is with all my abilities. 20% chance. I just add him up, to be honest. 40% chance to improve recharge time by 9 seconds. Disable for 5 seconds once fire torpedo is loaded. 10-second cooldown. Because, you know, viral warheads are really a strain. A nice big chunk of shield damage as a standard. 10% chance to confuse targets for 3 seconds. 2.5% chance to do 503 physical damage every second. 10% chance actually with torpedoes. That's thanks to the temporal operative ability. Let's take a look at this. Terran task force photon torpedo. River in radiation. Everything else is fairly the same. The PEP, which still has a decent effect. What's this one? This was, oh yes, the neutronic. Probably the hardest hitting torpedo I have, but it's also the slowest reload. And this is probably the least damaging torpedo I've got. 5781. Oh no. Apparently the Terran Task Force one is the least damaging. Nope, this is the least damaging. Alright, what better way to test a ship build than... What shall we do? Oh my god, look at this. Horrible. It's horrible. Why did I do this? What shall we test it on? Crystallines, they hate. No, there's too many players in that. Gateway to Graph 4. Gravity Kills, what's that one? I don't believe I've done that one. Hive Onslaught. No, I stay away from Hive. Infected Conduit's a DPS map, so not very helpful for us. Kittimer. Yeah, sure, let's go for it. Kittimer. But while we're waiting for it, we'll keep searching around. Battle of No wonder why no one wants to do it. It's an evil one. Battle of Protocon 5. Oh, this bugger. That was a pain. Cure found. Tazeki Front. Undine Assault. Oh, let's just hope we actually get some people in Kittimer, shall we? Oh, we're getting some. Wait time 1 minute 35. Well, it's almost been an hour, so I'm sure this will survive. Wonder how long this is gonna take, like the actual game itself. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. I'm just gonna check everything. I hope no one heard that. Yeah. Don't ask what I'm doing. Oh yes, the beams. 20 shield power is helpful. Beam overload. Plasma damage, beam overload. Would knock down their shields. This one, if I can get... yeah. Phasers are beautiful though. That chance to knock out a subsystem. You could actually knock out a shield. And for a torpedo boat, as soon as you kill the shields, they're as good as dead. Though, I've never actually found shields to be a problem. I've had it where I've even gone up against some friends of mine who've built shield tanks and tanks themselves. Gone up against this, or a build similar to this, and they have been like, what the hell happened to my ship? There's a lot of piercing damage with this ship. Yes. Everything's fine there. I warn you though, those who do use this torpedo and have torpedo spread, if there is a lot of foes in front of you when you fire that biomolecular, you will go deaf. Unless they have reduced the sound of it, you will go deaf. Believe me, it's happened before. Well, I've never actually gone deaf, but it does hurt. Vorwärts schnell! Panzer IV, whatever you want to say. Loading, loading, loading. Come on, BT Internet, load me into. Thank you. Pew 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 pew. Let's do. Oh, okay. So Pep does, as usual. The Borg will just cheer up your shields. It's what they do best. Ah, crap. That was close. I honestly thought I was going to get caught in a blast then. Pew. Pop, 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 pop. Nope, you're not going anywhere, buddy. And you, where do you think you're going? Ah, look, you're dead. How cute. Oh, it looks like there's a heavy DPS player around here. Not giving anyone a chance to do any damage, as usual. I hate players like that. I mean, sure, it's nice they have a decent... Whoa, what the hell was that? Oh, that was a quantum phase. Pew 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 pew. Die, you little noob. You little spheric noob. Oh. No, where do you think you're going, lads? Did I say you could go anywhere? Stop targeting the gateway, and someone steals a kill. Like, see, the shields just don't matter. Torpedo spread, I'm in range. Fire. I'm about to die, I believe. There we go. Oh, he just died. I can now target that sphere. There we go, nice critical severity boost. Oh crap. No, don't let them escape. Someone else has already done that on their side. Ow, 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 ow. Shields. Please. Ow, 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 ow. Gateway hurts. Nope, you shall not escape. You gateway. I'm about to get some revenge on you. Please die. Thank you. Where's this gateway? I want to touch it inappropriately. Oh yes, the gateway. Pew pew pew! All guns fire! All ahead full. What the hell are they doing over here? So everyone's gone over here. Oh, I just saw a high yield photon torpedo then. Let's run away. Come on, look. What the hell? This is just stupid. I hate these type of teams where you just get everyone going to one side and you've got one lonely little SOB unable to do anything. What's wrong, mate? Can't you take out my shields? You are Borg after all. Git. Come on, please get me in range. Get me in range to fire. Get me in range to fire. That will do. That will do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Okay, these spheres do not like me. Low with an attack like that, I'm not surprised. What's wrong, buddy? Can't you hurt? Are you getting hurt? This guy's doing something, I suppose. What the hell did I just do? Number 3. Oh, shield. Heal. When you forget what your ship's actually doing, that's an embarrassing thing. Oh, look. Good, our first catch of the day. Pew pew pew! Pew pew pew! Pew pew die! Pew 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 pew! Pew pew pop! Another pew pew pop. Oh look, here comes some friends. Sorry, did I say you guys could escape? Oh my... Ow! See, that's what I mean. Biomolecular torpedo spread. I'm officially deaf. Hey look, I've confused that sphere he attacked. I don't know if anyone saw that up in the top right. Top middle, top centre. I actually made him attack his own. The gateway. sec. Oh, bloody no. That's the neutronic there. I never knew it made that sound. One thing I probably did forget to put on this ship, and probably could have been useful, is the regenerative integrative field array. It's a little console. I can't remember what it's from. I believe it is from the Samsar, the battle cruiser from God knows how long ago. It has a massive standard hill, and then every bit of damage you take after you activate it, gets classed as a heal. So it takes energy damage, takes damage you receive into juicy hull points. Come on then, let's get this threat up, shall we? Don't want to veer within 5 kilometers. That's something you don't want to do, because otherwise she'll just cloak out and you'll be there for 5 years waiting for her. Increase my resistance. Spam the front shield. Spam the front shield. Alright, let's keep the shields up. See? I don't know if that was because I was stationary or whatever, but she got within 5 kilometers. She disappears. Oh. Oh, crap. Turn. Run away. Ow. Okay, I didn't run away enough. You bitch. I enjoyed those life points, thank you very much. Take this. And this. And this. Your scimitar is no match for my torpedo power. Jesus, look at these. Yep. Blooming heck. Oh, she's disappeared again. Right, let's heal while I've got a chance. Oh, there she is. Just suddenly see all these damage effects. What does this reach out to? And she is dead. Watch out, she'll fart now. See? Thank you. That is the USS Exterminatus. I don't know if you could really appreciate how this ship plays, because we did get a pug where it had some heavy hitters. But yes, that is the Astika. What the deuce? Okay. Last reminder, this is the loadout. Quantum, everything you can take, say if you ever do something like your own YouTube video on that, and you want to do another Astika, by all means say inspiration from me or whatever. I'm not gonna moan and complain and bitch just because someone's copied my build. That's why I've done this video, to help others if they're struggling with an Astika, whatever. But yes, I believe this build went quite well. 5 torpedoes, Quantum Phase, Terran Task Force, PEP, Particle Mission Plasma, Neutronic and Bioenhance, the 2-piece Adapted Mako and the 2-piece Iconian, Anti-Chronoton Infused Tetron over Quantum Phase, Delphic Tear Generator, Sustained Radiant Field, Bioneural Gel Pack, Ferrofluid Hydraulic Assembly, Conductive RCS Accelerator EPS, Plasma Generating Weapon Signature Amplifier EPG, 2 of them, Bio-Neural Infusion Circuits, Chronometric Capacitor, and 2 Vulnerability Locators. By all means, take this build, use it to your advantage. To be or not to be? That's the question you need to ask. This is the Jumpy Humpy Spider, or Chasing, whatever you see me on. Signing off. Live long, prosper, and good luck in space. It is a very dangerous place. Love you all.